Hello, Novato Republican Women Federated, and Happy New Year from Catherine Baker. I hope you are doing well, and I'm sorry that I can't be with you today personally. I've enjoyed coming and visiting the chapter before, but I'm working hard as a state assemblywoman in the Capitol in my district today, and I'm unable to join you. But I thank you for reaching out to me to share this occasion with you and to even share a few words with you today. I'm grateful for the topic that was suggested to me, and that is how are Republican women making a difference in our state? And I think we have a lot to be proud of as Republican women, and you can start by looking at our state leadership. We have Harmeet Dillon as our vice chair of the California Republican Party. Harmeet is not only a woman, she's an accomplished, nationally recognized lawyer. She is someone who has been a great business leader and involved person in our community and our party, and she's helping bring our party into a much more modern time and do a better job in California. And she was part of the leadership when we actually won seats in the state assembly and state legislature. So you can look within our own party to great leaders and the difference that Republican women are making. You can also look to our party leadership in the state Senate and state assembly. We have, for the first time in this last year, both Republican leaders in the Senate and the assembly were women. Vivacious, energizing, smart, great leading women. Senator Jean Fuller in the Senate and Assemblywoman Kristen Olson. And for my part, getting to work with Assemblymember Kristen Olson, we saw as a caucus how she, as our Republican woman leader, was able to make us more than just the party of no, where we just vote no all the time. With her leadership and our caucus unity, we were able to put forward real proposals in education for great schools, in transportation for great infrastructure, and for transparency and accountability in our government. So you can look to our California Republican Party, you can look to our legislative leaders, and Novato Republican women can also look to my assembly seat, I think, for what Republican women are doing in our state. I could not have won my assembly seat without fellow federated Republican women. I'm a member of every chapter in my district and have been a federated woman for many years. And my victory in November of 2014 was only possible with support all throughout the community, including Republican women. They were the ones who helped fill our phone banks, knock on doors, contribute whatever they can, and spread the word. And when I won in 2014, it's the first time a Republican has won a seat anywhere in the Bay Area in over 8 years. It's the first time a Republican flipped a previously Democratic seat in the Bay Area in over 30 years. And together, we broke the 2/3 supermajority that Democrats had on the legislature. That means this last year, because of Republican women working together, we were able to kill $29 billion in tax increases that would have landed on the governor's desk for him to sign because we broke the 2/3. We were able to stop elections-related bills that require 2/3, stop urgency bills, and stop retroactive legislation on our family and our businesses. That's the difference that Republican women have made in leadership and in elections, and you can just see it in my own race for state assembly last year. I'm also going into another re-election this year. I'm actually the #1 target for Democrats in 2016, precisely because as long as I'm there, they can't raise taxes. They can't make laws retroactive. They can't change election laws, and they don't like that. So they're bearing down with everything they can. The speaker has handpicked my opponent going into this 2016 election, and we have a really challenging election ahead of us. For example, when we've had presidential election years for the last 20 years, Assembly Republicans have lost 1 to 2 seats, even 3 seats in every single presidential year except one. And that was the 2004 presidential year when George Bush was our incumbent president. Otherwise, we have lost Republican seats in every assembly seat in an election year for the last 20 years. So what this brings me is to say we need Republican women now more than ever to be involved in 2016. Please be involved in your local elections, our Senate election, and our presidential elections. And I ask on behalf of myself and good policy all throughout our state, if you can, to be involved in my assembly race in the East Bay area. There are envelopes there for you to take, and please contribute whatever you can today. My assembly race last year was the most expensive assembly race in the state. I was outspent 5-1 by the unions, and my opponent is another union boss, so I expect to see that again. Anything that you can contribute And if you want to be part of our mobile phone banking program, we will send call sheets to you and you can call from home in your jammies. But when you contact a voter on my behalf or the behalf of any other Republican, they're 7 times more likely to vote for that Republican. And so we really need your help this year. There's also a pamphlet about me and my race for you to share with anyone you know in the East Bay or other friends and neighbors who maybe don't have a Republican option they can vote for in state assembly there, but know that as long as I can win this seat, we're keeping that 2/3 supermajority from happening. And I mention one more point. It's critical that we keep a 2/3 supermajority from happening again, because if we lose one Republican in the assembly this year, we've lost the 2/3 for the next decade. There will be no more open seats after this, and it's very hard to take out a Democratic incumbent in a state like this. So now more than ever, federated women, please be involved in elections going forward. I think we're what make our state and our party and our country great, and I look forward to working with you, and I'd be honored for your support. Please let me know if I can ever be of help to you, and hopefully I can come visit in person soon. Take care and Happy New Year.